I was talking with somebody the other day about back pain, and so I wanted to make a little video here about back pain and what I've done to solve my back pain. Because let me give you a little background very quickly. I have probably the most sensitive back that anybody could ever have. All kinds of pain from doing the least thing wrong, and I have long legs. I'm taller, so it's hard for me to pick things up correctly, and it just throws my back out and causes problems. And many years ago, back in the early 90s, actually, I was doing a lot of lifting and landscape work in a business that I have and actually still have. And I just basically I found that whenever I'd throw my back out or do something wrong, there was always something wrong. It would take me forever to heal. And the way it healed was that I would have to lay flat and not move for usually a day or two. And then, the back would reset, things that were inflamed would calm down, and I'd go back to normal. But I realized that it wasn't necessarily an individual instance that was causing my back problems. It was the fact that almost every seat out there is designed improperly, and especially the seats that we sit in the most, meaning our car seats, desk chairs, things like that. So I heard about this on the radio, this ObusForme, and basically it's a backrest here that you put on your chair or your seat in your car. And I won't recommend using this middle thing unless you absolutely need it, because the way this thing is curved and designed, apparently the way that it works is it puts your back in the exact proper alignment of curvature that is actually at rest. Because when your spine is flat against the seat or close to flat or anything other than optimal, it's actually causing strain and stress to your back and inflaming things in your back. And that over time is what I believe causes almost everybody's back pain. Short of some kind of blunt force trauma or something where you've been causing back pain for extended periods of time and it develops into something else. The goal here is to not have extended periods of back problems that develop into anything else. So what I found is that this, at least back in the 90s, they don't advertise it this way now. And it's not $90, by the way. You can find this on Amazon for like $50. So that's where I would buy it. And they used to say this was a medical device, and a approved official medical device, I think from the American Association of Chiropractors and the Canadian Association of Chiropractors. And I don't see that right now on their website about that. So maybe not that way anymore. But I can tell you they're still designed the same way. They still work. And I can tell you that this absolutely works because, like I said, I have the most sensitive back ever. And I would recommend that you have one of these in a permanent spot in your driver's seat of your car if you drive a lot, and wherever you sit a lot, in a desk chair, or really any other furniture is really bad for your back. I wouldn't sit in any other furniture unless you can control the environment. When I say control it, I mean have a seat that's upright and have this device there and have you sit in it, because the more you sit in it with this device, and that's, remember, without this middle thing, take that out, it comes off with Velcro. It's basically like therapy for your back. So in the past, it used to be that I couldn't take long drives in my car, no matter what car I had. Some seats are better than others, but none of them was perfect. And like I said, my back is incredibly hypersensitive. So I would have to pull off the road. I'd be in a lot of pain the longer I drove, and I figured, well, driving's not good for you. A lot of people say that, oh yeah, it's bad for my back. It's not really that. Nothing's wrong with driving. It's the fact that the seats are not perfectly in alignment so that your back is at rest when you're in your seat, and they're causing strain and stress for your back the longer you sit in them. And of course, it's a confined place. You can't really move around. So now it's the opposite. Now it's actually that it's therapy for me to sit in these things and take long drives. Now, occasionally, my legs might get a little restless, but that's a separate issue from my back. My back doesn't cause problems at all. I've had people who were supposed to get surgery I've given this device to, and they started using it and they canceled their surgery. And I'm not making this up. And it's because I saw where they're sitting, and I'm like, I know your chair is messing you up. And of course, the doctors don't know where you're sitting. They can't see any of this stuff. And what I'm saying actually is not common knowledge, unfortunately. Like I said, I've been doing this since the early 90s, and it has solved the problem. Just have this device, and really only this one works. I've tried other devices, they don't work. This one is just properly shaped in exactly the right way. So you want to put it against a regular seat. And one caveat to this is that if you're in a driver's seat, a lot of the cars or certain seats nowadays have lumbar adjustments. And what you want to do is make sure that lumbar adjustment is all the way off. Because if it's pushing forward just a little bit, it's going to mess up the alignment that this device is trying to obtain in your back. So it will actually not help you. So turn all lumbar and every other adjustment off, push it all the way down so it's not coming into play, and put this in your seat. And you can see it has a strap where you can wrap it around your seat, whatever seat it is. In your car, in places it might look a little funny, and actually in your car, what I do, if you see my videos on my Tesla, is I have a car seat cover that you can get from EV Annex, and actually it's washable because I spend a lot of time in my car. So get some. Most car seat covers, if they're fitted, will fit over this. Even the ones that are fitted exactly for your seats, it still has a little extra room, so that can slip inside, so you won't notice it. Just make sure that when you get in your seat in your car, when you get in, sometimes you get in, from the driver's side and push over. You might shift this device over. Always make sure that every once in a while you check to make sure that it's pointed perfectly straight. And that should solve all your problems. Give me some comments below if you've had back problems. If you have back problems now, try this device. Let me know in the comments what it does for you or what it doesn't do for you. And if you're like me and you've been using this device for a long period of time, I'm giving you my testimonial. I'd like to hear yours too. So thanks for watching.